Hey Suhail, what religion do you belong to?
Sikhism.
What's that?
Do you really want to know?
Yes.
Then sit down and watch. This documentary will examine Sikhism as a belief system to raise awareness about it to the wider community. It will cover how Sikhism was formed, the Gurus and their achievements, Sikh rites of passage, and the overall Sikh way of life. This epic journey took me well beyond the walls of my study, to India, where Sikhism was born in the 16th century. A Sikh is he who is truthful, contented, and compassionate towards all. He is free from covetousness and hate. He is self-controlled and has learned to discriminate between good and bad. He surrenders himself to the Supreme God and learns to abide by His will. Such a one has truly entered the path of Sikhism. Sikhism emerged in 16th century India in an environment heavily permeated with conflicts between different religions in India and the prevailing caste system under which the so-called low classes were being discriminated and oppressed. The Mughal powers were slowly conquering India and plundering the nation of its women, gold, and many valuables. The Sikhs effectively stopped the invaders from the northwest from encroaching on India's territory. In fact, the fifth Guru, Guru Arjan Dev, was a martyr. Guru Arjan Dev's teachings of self-sacrifice are still very strongly attached to the present-day Sikh community.
See, till the fourth Guru, they managed through non-violence and through their philosophy, through their teachings, but slowly it became very difficult. When we had our fifth Guru, he was assassinated, and at that time it was felt that politics, religion, and other religion, the supremacy of like Muslim religion, had to be tackled through power. And that is when the sixth Guru said that we have the two tools with us. One is Miri and the other is Piri. Piri is sainthood and Miri is the power of sword.
In the Guru Granth Sahib, there are verses which for a Muslim, they say you become a true Muslim. To a Hindu, you become a true Hindu. There is no need of any conversion to Sikhism or any Ism. Being a Muslim, you do good practices.
Right.
To become a good Hindu, but you should be a religious person.
Right.
So it gives a message of solidarity and also a brotherhood.
So it's not believed that Sikhism is a superior religion.
No, there is no question. Never there is any question in the Guru Granth Sahib which says Sikhism is superior.
The founder of Sikhism is Guru Nanak Dev Ji, who was born in 1469 to Mehta Kalu and Mata Tripta. He was born in the village of Talwandi, which is now known as Nankana Sahib in Pakistan. Guru Nanak's parents were Hindu and belonged to the merchant caste. As a boy, Guru Nanak was fascinated by religion and spent most of his time thinking about the true God. Though he married and had 2 sons, his fascination towards religion led him to make 4 great journeys. He traveled to all parts of India and into Arabia and Persia, visiting Mecca and Baghdad. He spoke before Hindus, Jains, Buddhists, Parsis, and Muslims in various holy places. He spoke against empty religious rituals, pilgrimages, the caste system, the sacrifice of widows, and many more. But throughout his time, his message remained the same: Ek Omkar Satnam, There is only one creator of all creation, and his name is Truth. One of his most famous sayings is, "There is no Hindu, there is no Muslim, so whose path shall I follow? I shall follow the path of God." Though Guru Nanak aligned with no religion, he still respected all of them. He was well accepted and soon started to gain followers. Before long, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's followers were called the Sikhs. The literal meaning of Sikh is disciple or learner. Guru Nanak Dev Ji taught the Sikhs to bow only before one God and to link themselves to the Guru, who is in the direct consciousness of God. From this point onwards, all of the poetry, hymns and teachings of the Gurus was recorded in what was later to become the Sri Guru Granth Sahib, an immensely respected holy book for the Sikhs, whose scripture acts as an eternal Guru.
इस जग में नाम लब है गुरमुख.
Guru Nanak Dev Ji taught the Sikhs to get up every day before sunrise, to clean the body and to meditate on God's name while reciting the Guru's hymns. A Sikh must also remember God's name with every breath. Guru Nanak Dev Ji called this Naam Japna. Guru Nanak also taught Dharam Kirat Ki Karni, which is to earn through truthfulness and hard work. A Sikh must share the fruits of his labor and consider others before considering oneself. Guru Nanak Dev Ji called this Van Chakna. He also taught that God is without fear and hatred. God should not be feared, and there are no miracles and superstitions to be followed. There is no heaven or hell in afterlife, and God's grace is not limited to the faithful, but is for all. One of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's most important teachings is Ghar Vich Udas and Jivan Mukta. This means that one does not have to isolate himself to gain salvation, and one must lead a normal family life.
When Guru Nanak came, he preached for oneness of the people, brotherhood of the people.
Right.
Then how to put that in practice.
Right.
So then Sangat and Pangat, two things have come. Sangat means sitting together, Pangat means eating together.
Right. Guru Ka Langar is served to all the devotees visiting the Gurdwara. This convention was started by the Gurus in order to promote equality and brotherhood. The practice of Langar is observed in all Gurdwaras across the world, and the idea is that nobody should come or go hungry from the place of God. Such has been the great gift of God towards the Langar that never it has been seen to fall short of the requirement in any Gurdwara in the world.
ਲੰਗਰ ਦਾ ਅਰਥ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੇਵਾ ਸਿਖਾਉਣੀ. ਹੁਣ ਸੇਵਾ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ ਪੜਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਸੇਵਾ ਦੀ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਪੈਦਾ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ, ਸੇਵਾ ਦੀ ਜਾਂਚ ਸਿਖਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਲੰਗਰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ. ਦੂਸਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਭੁੱਖੇ ਤੇ ਲੋੜਵੰਦ ਆ ਉਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਾ ਪੇਟ ਦੀ ਭੁੱਖ ਮਿਟਾ ਸਕਦੇ. ਦੂਸਰਾ ਪੱਖ ਉਹ ਆ, ਪਰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਲੰਗਰ, ਇਹ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੱਲ. ਇਹ ਉਹਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਪੱਖ ਆ. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਘਰ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਿਓ ਦਾ ਘਰ ਹੈ.
ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੋਜ਼ ਲੰਗਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ, ਵੱਡੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਹੈਗੇ, ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਹੈਗੇ, ਉੱਥੇ ਰੋਜ਼ ਲੰਗਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨਾ. ਆਏਗੇ ਕਿ ਸਭ ਕੀ ਖਾਣਾ.
It stands for humility. First you have to be humble to come to God. If you start thinking that you are a big shot and you don't want to sit down with others and share the meal, well then...
So it has to do with community.
Yes. Community, being humble, everyone is one, equality, all these things go hand in hand. In fact, one of our gurus, when Akbar came to visit him, he said, first you go and have langar and then come and meet me. So you leave your ego, become one with everyone, and then come.
Very revolutionary things which brought a brotherhood amongst them.
Guru Angad Dev Ji developed Gurmukhi, which is scripture for the Guru Granth Sahib Ji. He took Guru Nanak Dev Ji's concept of one chakna to the next level by implementing Guru Ka Langar, which is sharing of food in the Sikh holy temple, the Gurdwara. Everybody shares the same meal while sitting on the ground, whether he is a king or pauper. Guru Amar Das Ji became a guru at the age of 73. He introduced Sikh rituals for birth and death. Guru Amar Das Ji composed a hymn called Anand Sahib, which is now part of a Sikh daily ritual. He also started the concept of Sikh Sangat, which is when Sikhs congregate to sing the hymns of the Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Guru Amar Das Ji abolished sati, which is when women commit suicide shortly after their husband's death. He did this because he believed that women should be self-sufficient and not dependent on their husbands, and a good part of a non-sexist society.
This was our third guru who took a very, very strong stand on it and said, why should this happen? And so it is a complete no-no in Sikh religion, and our gurus were absolutely against it.
Ladies was forced, willingly or by force, was to die on the funeral pyre of her husband. So Guru Nanak raised his voice against this. It was very vigorously taken up by Guru Amar Das Ji, third son.
Nanak Dev Ji so many years back said that you must never treat a woman badly. She is the one who brings prosperity. So how could you ever say that, she is below or a lowly creature? She should be respected as a goddess.
Guru Ram Das Ji composed the Lava marriage hymn, which is still used in Sikh marriages today. He actually composed a total of 638 hymns, which is a very big contribution to the Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Guru Ram Das Ji founded the holy city of Sikhism, Amritsar. His followers dug a holy lake or sarovar that surrounded the golden temple. Creating this holy city of Amritsar was Guru Ram Das Ji's biggest achievement. Guru Arjan Dev Ji collected the hymns of the previous gurus and also added 2,616 of his own to form the Adi Granth, the first version of the Guru Granth Sahib Ji. He also included hymns of certain other poets called Bhagats, and this is called Bhagat Ki Bani. The principal among these poets were Bhagat Kabir, Sheikh Farid, Bhagat Namdev, and Bhagat Ravi Das. He is also credited for writing the Mool Mantra, which is recited at the beginning of all major prayers. Among the other major hymns that Guru Arjan Dev Ji composed was the Sukhmani Sahib, which is a prayer of happiness recited almost daily by the Sangat. The holiest of the holy shrines of the Sikhs is Harmandir Sahib, which was conceived by Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Harmandir Sahib is also known as the Golden Temple. He got its foundation laid by a Muslim saint, Hazrat Main Mir Ji of Lahore in December 1588. Guru Arjan Dev Ji directly supervised the construction of Harmandir Sahib. The construction finished in 1601 AD. Harmandir Sahib has 4 entrances, which symbolizes that people of all faiths from all parts of the world can enter the temple from all 4 sides, north, south, east and west.
This became a political seat as well. But we need to understand that in the Sanctum Sanctorum, which is called the Golden Temple, only the Gurbani goes on. Nothing more or other than Gurbani is allowed to be in. The political seat was created in the campus but outside the Sanctum Sanctorum as Akal Takht. It's like a cell.
This was a symbol of the new faith, Sikhism. Harmandir Sahib is considered to be one of the best architectural specimens in the world. Guru Arjan Dev Ji came to be known as Sacha Pacha, which means the true Guru.
Sacha Pacha is reference to God Almighty, because He is truth.
And the contemporary Mughal ruler was Jahangir. Jahangir was known as a Badshah. Badshah means the ruler of the land.
Okay.
Sache Pasha means the spiritual ruler. So they was how to differentiate between two. One was known as a Badshah, another was known as a Sache Pasha, means the true.
This invited the jealousy of Emperor Jahangir, who implicated him in false crimes and ordered his execution. Guru Arjan Dev Ji was tortured in the most brutal manner before he embraced martyrdom in 1606. This martyrdom and the way it happened changed the character of Sikhism radically. Guru Har Gobind Singh Ji was invested with his guruship just days before Guru Arjan Dev Ji's martyrdom. He had two swords on each side of his body, one symbolizing Shakti, power, the other symbolizing Bhakti, peace of mind through meditation. Hence, he founded the concept of Miri Puri, a dual role of holding physical power and spiritual authority. He also introduced the concept of Dekh Dekh Fateh, which means victory to oneness and sword.
Dekh Dekh Fateh. Dekh refers to the Langar. Dekh is the sword. So once you are sufficient with the food, that is for sustenance, fight for sustenance again, where you are standing for righteousness, fighting the fear, then it is your victory. You are victorious. Fateh is victory. You are victorious.
Guru Har Gobind raised a strong Sikh army. Guruji was imprisoned in the Gwalior fort by Emperor Jahangir. After many months, he secured not only his own release, but also the release of a number of Hindu princes who were also imprisoned there in most deplorable conditions. Guru Har Gobind laid the foundation of another temple facing Harmandir Sahib called Akal Takht. The affairs of the Sikh religion were administered from the Akal Takht. The temporal nature of the Akal Takht balanced the spiritual nature of Harmandir Sahib in line with the concepts of Miri and Puri. Guru Har Gobind fought many battles with the Mughals and emerged victorious in his lifetime, and this transformed the Sikhs into soldier saints. Guru Har Ji was very sensitive to all living things. He would hunt, but due to his sensitive nature, he would keep the animals as pets. He did not engage in any battles throughout his lifetime, but was first to deal with Aurangzeb, who appointed himself Mughal emperor after killing his brothers and imprisoning his father. Emperor Aurangzeb looked upon Sikhism to be a threat, so he asked Guru Har Ji to appear in court. Instead, he sent his son Ram Rai. Ram Rai won over Aurangzeb, but he did this by changing the words of Guru Nanak, and thus defied Sikhism itself. Guru Har Ji ordered that he shall not see Ram Rai's face again. Guru Har Ji is credited for spreading the message of Sikhism far and wide. He then appointed his son Har Krishan as the next Guru. Guru Har Krishan Ji was only 5 years old when he received the Guruship. He came to meet Emperor Aurangzeb in Delhi, where an epidemic of smallpox was raging. Unfortunately, he contracted smallpox and passed away at the tender age of 8. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was the youngest son of Guru Har Gobind Sahib. Things in the country were rapidly deteriorating under the tyrannous rule of Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb forcibly converted people of all religions to Islam by sword. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji strongly believed in freedom of religion. During this period, a delegation of Kashmiri Pandits came to meet the Guruji and told him that they were being forced to convert to Islam. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji told the Hindu Pandits to inform Aurangzeb that the Hindu peoples would convert to Islam if Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji can be convinced to do so. When Aurangzeb heard of this, he immediately arrested Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji and brought the Guru before him. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji did not convert to Islam and was starved, beaten repeatedly, and was subject to many cruelties. He was later publicly beheaded with the sword of an executioner. This is a unique time in history where someone gave his life for another religion. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was a great missionary who spread the message of Sikhism over the heartland of India. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji wrote the Shlok Mela Navam, which carries out at the end of the Guru Granth Sahib. It is profound poetry on the reality of life and existence. Generations of Sikhs and other followers have derived much wisdom from the sayings in the Shlok Mela Navam. Guru Gobind Singh Ji was a very proficient warrior who looked upon his sword as an emblem of self-respect only to be used as a last resort. He was also a very great poet and started the Tadi Jatha, which was a form of singing hymns while standing up. Guru Gobind Singh Ji also started the concept of Chardi Kala, which is to stand proud with your chin high in the air. Guru Gobind Singh Ji established the Khalsa on 30th March 1699. Khalsa means defender of purity, and every Sikh of the Khalsa must distinguish himself by wearing the 5 Ks. Every male Sikh must keep his middle name as Singh, and every female Sikh must keep her middle name as Kaur. All Sikhs must not discriminate by caste and must adhere to a strict spiritual and secular moral code of conduct.
सिखा की तैयार कीता खालसा बना के अमृत छका के जो 5 सिर चुने सन तेरे 5 प्यारे आ गए
Guru Gobind Singh Ji sacrificed his 4 sons for truth and righteousness. While his father was beheaded when Guru Gobind Singh Ji was a child, in his later life while fighting the tyranny of the Mughals, he lost his 2 elder sons in battle and 2 younger sons aged 9 and 7 by being bricked alive in a wall.
ਇਸ ਲਈ ਕਲਗੀਧਰ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ 5 ਕੱਕੇ 5 ਕਗਾਲ ਆਨੰਦਪੁਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਪਾਵਨ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਕੇਸ.
Kesh literally translates to hair. Kesh is uncut hair on the head and body, symbolizing the acceptance of God's will.
ਕੇਸਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਗੁਰੂ ਕਲਗੀਧਰ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਪੱਕਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਕੇਸ ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੂੰ ਰੱਖਣੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਕਿ ਰੱਬ ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਮੋਹਰ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਅਮੋਲਕ ਦਾਤ ਆ ਇਹ ਸਰੀਰ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਿਹਤ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਵੀ ਚੰਗੇ ਆ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਵੀ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਾਡੀ ਵੱਖਰੀ ਕੌਮ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੀ ਵੀ ਆ ਪਹਿਚਾਣ ਵੀ.
Kara is a steel bracelet symbolizing responsibility and allegiance to God.
It symbolizes that you have to think twice before doing anything bad.
ਕੜਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਹੱਥ ਕੜੀ ਆ ਵੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਗਲਤ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗੇ ਗਲਤ ਦਸਖਤ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੜਾ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਯਾਦ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਮੇਰੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਹੱਥ ਕੜੀ ਮਾਰੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਗਲਤ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੱਥ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ.
Kirpan is a steel sword, a symbol of resistance against evil and defense of truth.
a self-defensive weapon. It has to be used for your own defense or for defense of others, but it should not be used as an offensive weapon.
ਕਿਰਪਾਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਇੱਕ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੀ ਯਾਦਗਾਰ ਆ, ਇੱਕ ਕਿਰਪਾਨ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਕ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਲਵਾਨ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵਾ, ਸ਼ਕਤੀਵਾਨ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਉਹਨੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਹਰੇਕ ਸ਼ਸਤਰ ਸਿੱਖਣੇ ਆ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵਿਗਿਆਨ ਕਾਢਾਂ ਨੇ ਹੁਣ ਵੀ ਫੌਜ 'ਚ ਭਰਤੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਸਿੱਖ। ਕਿਰਪਾਨ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਤੀ ਵੀ ਹਰੇਕ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਸ਼ਸਤਰ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਹੋਂਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਉਹ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਅਪਣਾਉਣੇ। ਜੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਨਾ ਅਪਣਾਉਣਗੇ ਤੇ ਪਛੜ ਜਾਣਗੇ। ਤੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਰਪਾਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਵੀਰ ਰਸ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਕ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖ ਵੀਰ ਰਸ ਆ, ਸ਼ਕਤੀਵਾਨ ਆ, ਇਹਨੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਹਰੇਕ ਸ਼ਸਤਰਾਂ ਹਥਿਆਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਪਣਾਉਣਾ ਵਾ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਇਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹਰਦਮ ਆਪਣੀ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆ, ਔਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਜਾਨ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਜਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਇੱਜ਼ਤ ਲੁੱਟਦਾ ਵਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬਚਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਵੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਰਪਾਨ ਦਿੱਤੀ।
Kachra is white cotton shorts worn as an undergarment. It symbolizes moral strength and chastity.
It is the symbol of justice. One has to be pure in life, away from the vices.
ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖ ਦੀ ਬਾਣਾ ਪੰਜ ਕਕਾਰਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਸ਼ਹਿਰਾ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਦਾ ਕਰੈਕਟਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉੱਚਾ ਸੁੱਚਾ ਆਚਰਨ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਉਹ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਯਾਦ ਰਹੇਗਾ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਗਲਤ ਕਦਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹਨੇ ਚੁੱਕਣਾ।
Khanga directly translates to kumb. Khanga is a wooden comb that represents personal care and cleanliness.
ਕੰਗਾ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਕ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਚੁਸਤ ਫੁਰਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਕਦੀ ਢਿੱਲਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਕੰਗਾ ਇਹ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵੀ ਕੋਲ ਹੀ ਰਹਿਣ, ਜਦੋਂ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਵਰਤ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
Not only did Guru Gobind Singh Ji start the 5Ks, Guru Gobind Singh Ji also compiled a holy book that consists of all the poetry written by the Gurus. Guru Gobind Singh Ji proclaimed the holy book as his successor and christened the book the Sri Guru Granth Sahib. The Guruship was now made everlasting. The poetry in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib was henceforth the eternal Guru that held supreme spiritual authority for the Sikhs. The Guru Granth Sahib is written in a script called Gurmukhi, and this means the words of the Guru. The Guru Granth Sahib starts off by defining the very essence of Sikhism, called the Mool Mantra. It states, Ek Omkar, Satnam, Kartapur, Nirbhau, Nirvair, Akal Murut, Ajuni Se Phang, Gur Prasad. The Guru Granth Sahib teaches us about the love of God and mankind, service to the community, equality and respect, and tolerance for other religions. The Guru Granth Sahib has 1,430 pages or angs. The hymns have been laid out to fit ragas, which means melodies. The hymns are meant to be sung, and there are special musical arrangements to sing the hymns. There are 3,384 hymns that are composed by the Gurus and Bhagats. Bhagat is from the Sanskrit bhakta, which means devotee or saint. The works of 15 different Bhagats from different states and religions is also included in the Guru Granth Sahib. Bhagat Kabir and Sheikh Farid are major contributors among the Bhagats, whose teachings are also included. The Sikhs show their great respect and devotion to the Guru Granth Sahib by covering it in decorative cloths and placing it on a decorated seat, which is placed on an elevated platform in a solemn fashion. When in the presence of the Guru Granth Sahib, one must be barefoot and cover their head. When moved, it is carried on someone's head to symbolize its status. Every day, the Guru Granth Sahib is installed and a few lines are read from a random page. These lines act as the thought of the day. The hymns in the Guru Granth Sahib are also sung. The professional singers who do this are called ragis. A fan, or chaur, is always waved over the Guru Granth Sahib. On special occasions, the Guru Granth Sahib is read out from beginning to end continuously, which takes about 48 hours. This is called Akhand Path. Though there are many rituals that must take place around the Guru Granth Sahib, Sikhs revere the Guru Granth Sahib for its teachings, which are still applicable till date. The Guru Granth Sahib is often consulted for answers when problems arise.
ਜਨਮ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਦੀ ਧਰਮ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਬਾਲਕ ਦਾ ਜਨਮ ਹੋਣ ਮਗਰੋਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਮਾਤਾ ਉੱਠਣ ਬੈਠਣ ਯੋਗ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਨਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਇਸ਼ਨਾਨ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਯੋਗ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਿਸ ਦਿਨ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਠੀਕ ਹੋ ਜੇ
Sikh children are named after birth. The christening ceremony takes place in the Gurdwara, the Sikh place of worship, in the presence of the Guru Granth Sahib and family and friends. The Guru Granth Sahib is opened at random, and the first letter of the first word of the hymn is selected as the first letter of the child's name. Traditionally, Sikhs' names were common for either sex. After the parents decide on the first name, all girls will have Kaur and all boys will have Singh added after their name. Kaur means princess and Singh means lion. For example, a girl might be named Bhupinder Kaur and a boy might be named Bhupinder Singh. When the name is finalized, the congregation shows approval by a holy cheer. It is fascinating how the Guru Granth Sahib plays an active role in the naming ceremony of Sikhs. The baptism ceremony is also known as the Amrut Chakna ceremony. Chakna means to partake. Guru Gobind Singh Ji, the 10th Guru, initiated the Amrut Chakna ceremony with the establishment of the Khalsa in 1699. A Sikh can be baptized at any point in his life, but after being baptized, he or she must follow the Sikh way of life. After baptism, the Sikh is expected to abstain from the 4 misdeeds and the 5 cardinal vices. The 4 misdeeds are the removing of hair, eating sacrificial meat, adultery, and using tobacco. The 5 cardinal vices are lust, anger, greed, worldly attachment, and pride. The Amrit Chakna ceremony takes place in the presence of 5 learned Sikhs, known as the Panj Pyare, which directly translates to the 5 loved ones. All 5 sit around an iron vessel containing sweets and water while prayers are recited, and one of the 5 stirs the water with a double-edged sword called a khanda. After the 5 prayers that are known as banis are recited, the Mool mantra is repeated 5 times. Then the Sikhs, who are wearing the 5 Ks, receive 5 mouthfuls of holy water called Amrut. Thus the Amrit Chakna ceremony. After the Amrit is taken, the Sikhs become baptized and are expected to live the Sikh and pure way of life. The Sikh marriage, also known as Anand Karaj, is a union beyond physical relations and is a holy union making 2 individuals one entity. It is a sacred bond that not only attains worldly joy but spiritual development. If a Sikh marriage is arranged, then it is by mutual consent and is not a forced marriage.
In the modern day situation, people tend to think that if your marriage is arranged, you are being forced into this kind of union.
So what's the difference between the two?
Arranged marriage could be that someone, your parents or your relatives, have found a companion for you, and you could meet the person, see the compatibility, feel the compatibility, and you could say yes to it or no to it.
The Sikh marriage entails the bride and groom to walk around the Sri Guru Granth Sahib. This signifies that the marriage is taking place with the Guru as a witness, and that the Guru Granth Sahib represents the core of the marriage, while the congregation represents the support. The bride and the groom are supposed to walk around the Guru Granth Sahib 4 times, while Guru Ram Das Ji's wedding song, also known as lavans, are being recited. The lavans explain the 4 stages of life.
Basically, the word lama is a Sanskrit word. It means detachment. Detachment from the world, and detachment for a girl from her house going to the groom's house. The first lama talks about becoming fearless, because that is the first stage. When you want to mingle with someone, you need to get rid of fear. And that is done according to the religion by reciting Bani and understanding Bani. In the second stage, as we go around, the second stage is when we attain a kind of feeling that God is omnipresent. We can see God, and we feel that He is there. And when we do that, we feel a kind of eternal bliss. In the third stage is the stage of detachment. We detach ourselves from the worldly emotions, feelings. Let the mind be absolutely pure, free, because it has to take in the Almighty God. And the fourth stage is the union, where a sense of joy and happiness comes in.
After the lavans, the couple is officially married. The ceremony ends with the serving of traditional snacks to the congregation. Birth and death are closely associated to a Sikh, as they are the major rites of passage within the human cycle of life. Sikhs believe in reincarnation and look upon life as a gift from God. In the Sikh death ceremony, mourning is discouraged for those who have lived a long life and died a natural death. The death ceremony has 2 main parts, the cremation and the final prayers. Sikhs burn the bodies of the deceased, and this is usually done by the eldest son or a close relative.
ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕੋਲ ਵੈਗਰੂ ਵੈਗਰੂ ਕਰੋ ਬਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ ਕਰੋ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਾਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਭਲਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਵੀ ਇਸੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਸਰੀਰ ਮਗਰੋਂ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਵਿਦੇ ਲਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਪਰ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਦਾ
The ashes of the deceased are disposed of in the nearest river or sea. Sikhs do not erect monuments over the remains of the dead. After the cremation, the final prayers are offered to provide spiritual support and consolation to family and friends. During the final prayers, there is a sense of solemnity among the congregation. By the end of the ceremony, presents are handed out to the children and donations are given to charitable organizations. The eldest member of the family is presented with a turban and declared the new head of the family. Sikhism is a modern religion because there are no rituals. The Sikhs consider the teachings of Sikhism and the Gurus as guidelines for a better and more prosperous life. For example, 2 of the cardinal sins are the use of tobacco and adultery.
You see, today's world, 2 things. One is a cancer and one is the AIDS. If you are not committing adultery, you are taken care of the AIDS. If you are, most of the cancer comes from the smoke. If you are not smoking, you are saved of the cancer. So our gurus have 500 years earlier, they have thought and they have put this two voices amongst the other two, with other two, as a forbidden for the Sikhs to take.
In addition to this, there are no superstitions or miracles involved in Sikhism. Fasting is also forbidden.
No, the Sikhs, gurus, I think very clearly state that Sikhism neither believes in any kind of superstitions, nor does it believe in any kind of miracles.
There's no fasting.
No fasting.
No. This is all a drama. Leaving food and not eating.
Okay.
Food has not done anything to you. For sustenance, food is a must. If you don't sustain, then how would you attain oneness with God?
And furthermore, a Sikh is supposed to lead a normal family life and earn through honest means.
And renunciation is also not there.
Okay.
We are supposed to lead a normal life wherein we have a family, we rear children,
Right.
we must be prosperous, we work, we do kirat, we work, and while doing all this,
Right.
we attain oneness with God.
Moreover, Sikhism is very secular in the sense that all names of God are revered. And in Sikhism, God is not supposed to be feared.
Any name of God is revered.
You're not supposed to fear Him.
Sikhism is also a relatively new religion that was only created 500 years ago. There are also only 25 million Sikhs in the world, which is relatively small in comparison to the other major religions of the world.
Sikhism is a religion which is followed by about 25 million people. It is actually the fifth largest organized religion of the world. But in terms of numbers, you can see that there is a huge gap between the fourth religion and the fifth religion. And after Buddhism, Sikhism would then rank as the fifth religion. But there are only about 25 to maybe 30 million Sikhs all over the world. Lastly, I am extremely proud of the fact that Sikhs have been a very enterprising community. You'll find Sikhs in almost every way of life. In fact, the Prime Minister of the country is a Sikh at this point of time.
You could study anything you wish to. You want to lead your life the way you wish to. You can be whatever you wish to, as long as you have the purity in your heart. You consider other human beings as fellow human beings and treat everybody equally.
Sikhism was formed in 16th century India by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. There were 10 living gurus who formed the philosophical basis of Sikhism. And at this point, the Guru Granth Sahib acts as the eternal guru that holds supreme spiritual authority for the Sikhs. Guru Gobind Singh Ji formed the Khalsa in 1699, and the Khalsa has survived the test of time and has evolved into a religion of over 25 million people. The central pillar of Sikhism is equality, as the religion preaches women's rights and for the caste system to be abolished, which was a segregation of society that created a small elite and masses of poor. The Gurdwara is a Sikh place of worship where everybody is welcome to pray and to eat langar in a humble and solemn fashion, where a king and a pauper receive the same treatment. The legacy of the Gurus has been carved in stone, leaving the Sikhs with the spiritual guidelines to attain salvation.
चंदन सेज सुंदर नारी नट नाटिक आखारे गाया, नट नाटिक आखारे गाया, तामे मन संतोख न पाया, तामे मन संतोख न पाया। सो सुख मोह को संत बतावो, तृष्णा